Fella.
Mom, man.
How we doing, buddy?
Good.
The curfew calls roll on.
Other than the semi-rotten lunch that I had, it's running.
What'd you eat?
I had Malibu Farms. I had the chicken.
Avocado toast or
no,
what?
I went with the chicken vegetable curry bowl.
Oh, well, yeah. Curry. I mean, anytime you eat curry, you're rolling.
I think
dice.
It was just a little thick in the milk. You know, a little heavy.
Isn't curry good for you though in general? Like, isn't it supposed to help your metabolism?
I don't like a lot of curry, but I like this dish. It's actually one of my favorite lunch dishes, but I might have to have a chat with them. But yeah.
Well, we better zip through this one for you. But hey, Max, be ready to press pause.
Remember which podcast did I do that I was fucked for? Remember, I was puking.
Yeah.
And I puked and came back for it.
Yeah, you sure? Well, you did a puking rally.
Yeah.
That
was food. I think that was food poisoning.
That wasn't when we came back from Cabo because the 2 times ago we were in Cabo when we stayed with Billy Quinn. You were like as white as this piece of paper.
Yeah.
Remember the last night we were like on the couch. Nobody really wanted to go out, and then we looked at you and you were like,
"No, that wasn't it." But that was like the other time. I just caught a bug.
Caught a bug. All right.
I don't know where I would have found that.
Well, listen, let me know. Just put your hand up if you got it.
No,
if you got to
I'm good to
shit.
go, actually. And sorry to get off topic here.
No, I'm sure the listeners, the boys at home have always had the old growly guts. They understand what's going on.
Clench them up, bud.
Curfew calls continue up, dog. I think you agree with me. We love doing these. We've had some great calls. We got some good write-in ones as well. Maxie, let's start it off with a call, fella.
All righty, here we go from Liam in London, Ontario.
Jim Bob's.
Fellas, Liam McCarthy calling from London, Ontario.
Good Irish guy.
Had one quick question for you fellas. Love the curfew calls. Love the opportunity to give the fans to speak. Was wondering who the toughest goalie you kind of circled on your lineup charts looking into the night. Given the chance to score on him, who did you want to get kind of out of that list? Guys you've scored against. Obes, no, you're not a big goal scorer, so I'll give you this. Who's the guy you look at your lineup sheet and go, I got to hit that guy tonight, make an impact for my team, win some games. Love you fellas, love everything you're doing. Continue doing it. Rest in peace, Jimmy Scoops Hayes. And continue what you're doing, fellas. Keep her going.
McGirthy.
Liam MacArthur, right?
McCarthy.
It's a good Irish lad there.
Sure is.
Easy question. One guy always wanted to light up. Thanks, Liam, for changing the subject to goals. But Maxime Leperrier, that fucking French rat. Anytime I could get him, man. And Princey, you've already posted again, but when this curfew call comes out, post the clip up, dog. You want to talk about? He dumps the puck in Vancouver, and I'm playing for Colorado. And he dumps it in, and I see him, and he lets up, and I'm like, like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 2.5 Mississippi, and I come around. And fuck, today it's a penalty 100%. And light his ass up. So to answer your question, Liam, Maxime Leperrier was a guy I would not let off the hook ever.
I agree. When he was in St. Louis, I wanted to kill him too. Is that where you played against most of them? Like what?
He played in Vancouver, and then where was he before Vancouver? Montreal, maybe?
I think St. Louis. I don't
know.
St. Louis, but anyway, good point.
Let me look up his shit.
I used to circle up.
He was actually a decent player. He was a good player.
I used to circle up. Who would fucking Raudas Gudis?
Oh yeah.
I fucking hated him. And what he's doing this year in the playoffs has just been insane. But he had my number for a while. Fuck, he knocked me out cold in the home opener 1 year. He got me so good. It was an elbow, mind you. And I had my head up and I had my head up.
Yeah. So sorry. He Montreal. I played in Montreal for 4 years, Anaheim, Vancouver, and then he finished off in St. Louis. Sorry.
Rat.
Almost won a cup in fucking van. One win away. Those fuckers were.
And then as far as goalies go, man, it was always fun playing against Carey Price.
Yeah,
I got one on him in the playoffs, assisted by our boy Lupul. That was nice. Fucking cheddar. How are you?
Suck it.
And then as far as goalies go, Jonathan Quick. When I was out in Phoenix, we used to battle him a lot. He was nasty. You got to circle him up, though, because he's one of America's best goalies.
Gotta.
Who'd you get your first
I would say, listen, right? Liam, you're right.
Your first one
I only had 13 career goals.
13,
yeah. But here's my goalies. Hasek, my first one. Got one on Roberto Luongo, Hall of Famer. 2 Hall of Famers.
I got one on Rob. Yeah.
Cam Ward, I got 2 on. Is he going to be a Hall of Famer? No. Stanley Cup champ.
Yeah.
Who's that big Finnish goalie that was kind of a flop in Atlanta? Lehtinen?
I mean, no, he wasn't a flop, really. He played a long time.
He wasn't a flop?
No, but he was drafted second overall in my He played a long time.
Did he play a long time?
Yeah. He played a lot. Dallas. Yeah. No, he's a good goalie.
But was he as good as he was supposed to be?
As a second overall
Or does that
pick,
not matter? As long as you still have a good career, right? Because you're so young when they're drafted, right? Yeah, he was legit goalie.
Yeah, he was.
I got one on him. I got one on our buddy Marty Turco, who came on the pod this year. And then I think that's about it, really. But who did I always want to get one on? I scored on Nikolai Habibulin too in the playoffs. Who did I always want to get one on?
Yeah, who'd you want to get?
Good question. Let me think here. I got to go through the. Well, I mean, anytime I played against the Ducks, I always wanted to score. So Brizgalov, you could throw in there. Would have loved to score on Jiggy. Never did. Play with him in Denver. Scored a lot in practice on Jiggy, and Jiggy would get fired up when you scored on him in practice. Like you know how you go in the corner like woo. Yeah. He'd be like fuck you and shoot a puck at you. So it was always fun scoring on him.
Do you remember Dunham?
Mike Dunham?
Yeah. So he was my first goalie when I was in.
You played in like the era before me. Yeah. That was the era before me.
Well, 2002, my first camp when I made the team at a training camp, he was a goalie. And I remember fucking around like after a drill and I grabbed the pucks out of the net and I'm throwing a few in the corner. And then I like when I get to the corner, you know, the guys aren't set up yet for the drill. So I'm like, fuck it. I can get this on top of it, like on top of the net or in the net. Like, and I just fucking sauced one from the corner and it hits him in the back of the leg and kind of gave him one of those like dead legs. And he turned and hucked his stick at me. And I was like, holy fuck. He's like, don't ever fucking do that again, rookie. And I'm like, okay. And then the boys are like, oh yeah, don't fuck around with him.
No shit.
I'm like, Jesus
Called
Christ.
You a rookie puke?
Yeah, like, yeah, whatever. Fuck.
I love that you're fucking around flipping pucks.
Yeah.
And he was a starting goalie.
I was feeling
Was he the starting goalie or was it Vokun?
No, he was our starter.
Mike Dunham.
Mike Dunham was our starter.
Safe to say they didn't make the playoffs that year, did they?
No. Vokun took over shortly thereafter and got us in the playoffs. That was when Mace Dog was our.
You know who backup. I always wanted to get one on was Kippersoff.
Kipper.
Just because I heard he's such a beauty, he would get fucking banged up the night before every game I heard and fucking stop 50 pucks.
Yeah.
I'm like, if I can get one past this beauty, and we always played Calgary like on a hockey night in Canada or something, right? In Van City. Like going to that game, I'm like, God, I got a day off tomorrow. It'll be nice to get one on Kipper here tonight and head right down to Yale Town with Peter and
totally
see what goes on. I never did though.
I hit the post on Marty Broder my second game ever.
Yeah, Marty.
And then the next game I sniped on Richter. That's old school.
Great. Who was the best goalie from our era?
Carey Price.
Wow. No Stanley Cups.
Best goalie though.
Better than Roberto Luongo. Better than Pekka Rinne.
Yeah.
Better than Marc-Andre Fleury.
I think so.
Better. Vasilevsky doesn't count for us. Who else from that era? Are we missing anyone else that's like...
You could put in...
who was San Jose's goalie all those years? Nabotkov? Was he there when we were there?
Yeah, he was.
Who was their
good.
goalie in the conference finals when they beat you out? Do you remember?
It was Martin
Jones.
Yeah,
yeah,
I think so. Fuck, he was good too.
Yeah.
Jonathan Quick is up there.
Quickie.
Is Crawford one? I don't think so, but he won all those.
No, but he won all
cups.
those cups. Quickie was so good, man.
Carey, but when Carey Price was on, and ask Loops because he played him all the time, you couldn't score on him. Yeah. It was just insane, and it was effortless. Like all the goalies who watched, you know, if you talk to Carter Hutton, and we got to have Carter Hutton on because he's a big fan and looking to share some wealth, knowledge in the goalie space. He could be our Lundqvist on the panel that TNT has. It's Carter Hutton. Well, we'll take him. Good look.
How's his suit game? Is he?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll ask him.
We don't have enough to pay for his suits because those Hank suits are.
We're not paying for anyone's suits.
No, those ones that Hanks are wearing aren't off the rack. I guarantee that.
But he would say, like, watch Carey Price. It's hockey orgasm. It's hockey man juice.
You remember when Carey Price first came in the league? I thought, man, this guy doesn't battle hard enough in there. Like, remember the year Yaroslav Halak played in the playoffs for them?
Mm-hmm.
And Carey was just like, but he was so, my point being is he was so quiet, like so in control that he didn't have to he was always like, boom, boom.
Yeah. It's just, he pioneered the movements that the goalies now, play. I think we had Turco on earlier talking about the reverse V or whatever.
Yeah, the reverse V.
I think that's like a Carey Price, like pioneer.
Best backup goalie from our era that you played with or played against. I'm going to say this guy won, I believe he won Rookie of the Year, and he had the all-time record for wins for the Leafs. He was a backup when I played Andrew Raycroft. Razor was probably my favorite backup goalie. And when you put him in there,
Yeah.
fuck, he played good.
Yeah.
Like, the only thing about Razor, if you ask some guys probably though, is he probably didn't stay out late for like a lot of shots, right? But I didn't give a fuck about that. But if you're maybe a forward or shit, you want to work on your shot, maybe that's who was your or maybe a backup.
Chris Mason was badass guy.
Yeah.
Good guy.
Jason LaBarbera was a good backup goalie
Yeah,
too.
Barbs. I'll throw him up there with the best.
Good guy.
Hutton and Hutsy was great. In Florida, we had Clemenson.
Wow.
Good dude. Loved to play cards. Always read the paper. Really smart guy. College guy.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's a backup goalie when you saw him in there that you weren't like, oh, this is going to be a kind of a gimme.
Brian Finley.
Brian.
Poor fucker.
Oh, he let a stinker in against Game 7, remember?
I know he did. Against you guys in the minors. Cincy.
Red line on Mark Popovic. Fuck,
Our
we got
coach
drunk
came
on
in
the
after
bus.
that, was Claude Noel came in and was like, just looked at our whole group and said, sometimes you just don't understand why things happen the way they do. But this one will be tough to realize all summer, well, you know, what just happened out there today. But
What a series that was.
it was fucking, what a grind.
We got so drunk on that bus ride home from Milwaukee to Cincinnati.
Well, no, you guys went straight to Chicago.
Oh, we did go straight to Chicago. Good memory.
Yeah. Not that I was on that bus.
No, but that series
you
was
guys
great.
went to a Cubs game too, I think, before the season started.
We did. Yeah, we had to wear our suits.
I remember that shit.
Imagine making guys wear a suit
To the game?
To the game. There's 10 of us at Wrigley Field wearing suits without a tie. I'm like, and by the way, the only guy who probably had a nice suit was Lupo. He was the only one that had any kind of, and maybe Kunitz had some cheddar. I was wearing like a fucking made for
that's
Moors.
because if you let these minor league guys wear whatever they want, you don't know what the fuck they're going to throw at you.
That's true.
Right? Like with these little Russians coming in and they, you know.
Igor Prohonka.
They do the zip ups with the fucking rip away pants probably.
Cheese stuff. Cheese.
Cheese stuff was a nasty player.
Nasty.
But you just can't trust like a 20-year-old guy that's got no cash on, you know, just wear something presentable at the game, but who gives a flying fuck?
Fuck, we would have been better goal. We would have been
You
better
get
off.
ketchup stains on it anyway.
Yeah, well, we should have went in our workout gear. Better out than suits. We're sitting there. It's fucking whatever.
Look at these idiots. Imagine watching these guys. Who the fuck do these guys think they are?
Dude, I even thought that like throughout our NHL career when, you know, we had to wear suits on off days, right? You go to a movie with 8 of the guys who are wearing suits. You go for dinner, we're wearing like, we're drawing, especially to the bar. Like how much more attention were we drawing to ourselves going, you know, 8 guys deep, all wearing suits. Like, right? Don't you think we're drawing even, like, let the guy wear jeans.
Totally.
Right?
Keep it classy.
I never got that.
Oh, I know.
Plus, it's tough on a suit, right? Like you're going to the
rip the
movies,
arse
you're
right in
farting
them.
in it, you're
Yeah,
fucking wearing
totally.
It's like,
It
that's
gets stinky by game 4 of the 7-day road trip.
I agree.
How many times you had to take your suit on and off and on and off and on and off in one day?
Well, you put it on in the morning to go to practice.
You put it on in the morning.
Take it off for morning skate.
Yeah.
Put it on after morning skate.
Yeah.
Put it on to take it off when you get to the hotel.
Yeah.
Put it on to go to the bus. Take it off when you get to the game. Put it back on. Put it back on. Take it back off before you thump someone.
Eight times in one day you change your fucking outfit.
8 times you put your suit on and off. No wonder my back's sore.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know. No wonder I don't have any suits anymore, too. I'm like, get these the hell out of here. I don't need them anymore.
I'll tell you what, it was probably a year and a half after I retired, and all my game suits were tucked in that back corner, and I used to look at them like, I'll get back there.
Yeah.
I'll get back there. Finally, one day I was like, I ain't getting back there. I took them, I just fuck it right to Goodwill. Or whatever.
I have one summer suit that I would love to wear to a wedding, and it's not fitting. Like the waist and the crotch.
Too loose?
No, she's too tight.
Too tight?
I used to like a nice tight, but it's just my horn's just sticking right out the side. It's not for it's.
You don't mind that?
I could rock that back in the day.
But
no.
you weigh less than when you played, right?
Yeah, but in the waist, I think.
Oh, really?
Dad bod waist. I'm working on it now. I did leg day today. Working on the waist. That core fired up.
Liam McCarthy?
Yep.
Great question, buddy. Great question. Let me just say it again. Luongo, Hasek. All right. Luongo, Hasek, Richter. Who else you get one on? Carey Price.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Fuck. I never got one on.
How many career goals you got? Did you get 100?
I got 180.
180?
I think.
Wow. That's a
like
lot
that.
of
Someone's
goals.
going to fact check that. Someone fact check that.
Maybe it's
yeah, I think I got 180.
That seems like a lot.
150?
Keep going down.
140?
Keep going down.
Is it
30.
138.
Oh, 138.
Wow, that's a lot of goals.
Fuck 180. Not bad.
That's a little bit, huh?
Self-promotion here. That's, we don't need to edit this.
That's a lot of goals. That's a lot of goals.
130?
That's a lot of goals.
I know. Fuck.
Fuck.
Imagine if they put me on the PowerPoint.
I had 13.
13. That's not bad.
No, that's not great.
How many mutants out there have 138 fucking NHL goals?
How many mutants out there have 13 NHL shifts?
Or 13 kills?
Yeah, more importantly. Max, want me to read one, or what do you want to do, fella?
Yeah, why don't you read that top one there?
All right, here
What do
we
we
go.
got? What do we
Dan
got?
Sheehan.
Sheehan.
Off-season question. Fellas, hate to bring up some bad memories, but both of you have been bounced in the playoffs during your career. How quiet is that plane ride home after being eliminated? Are the boys allowed to enjoy themselves at all? And how hard do you get after it when you get home? Thanks, boys. Dan from Milwaukee. Rest in peace, Broadway Jimmy Scoops. You want to
I mean, it's a great question. And he might be surprised when we tell him this. Is that in that case, win or lose, you fucking get as drunk as you can.
Yeah.
As soon as you can.
As soon as you can.
It's like you just battled all year, boys. You gave 82. You made it to the playoffs. You lost. And if it's a heartbreaker or not, it sinks in and you shed a tear and you say, fuck, I hope I have a next year, because some guys don't.
True.
And then you just get drunk for a week at least.
Well, fuck, 2 weeks at least. Well said. I would say the how quiet the room is for the first 20 to 30 minutes after the game.
Yeah.
That is like, you come in and you see guys crying and you look around and like you said, you realize that, even if we had a contract next year, it's not going to be the same group of guys, right? No matter what, it's not going to be the exact same team. And you realize that A, your dream of winning the Stanley Cup is over. B, you're never going to be with these guys again. C, the emotion gets out of it and you realize how banged up you are. You're like, fuck, I'm hurting. That's why you got to drink too. But then after that, you're like, let's have a blue light. Hey, you're like, let's get after it. And then you get as drunk as you can on the plane.
You're
As
like, how
drunk
many
as you
sticks
can.
am I going to steal from here at the end of the year so I can take them home?
Yeah.
Give them to my boys.
Yeah.
Where's all the sock tape? You anyone got extra laces?
No, sock tape is key.
You
got to
need
get
some
lots of sock tape for the
take
summer.
the sock tape. How many jerseys do I get here? Do I get both the home and away? No, you get the one. Give me both.
I know. Why were they all one jersey?
I know.
Fuck
Why would they
off.
only give us one jersey?
Probably like
They gave you one jersey in the NHL.
One jersey at the end of the year.
Fuck, every high school, college, our teams would let us take one jersey.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, but that's because you guys can't auction them off for money for their charities.
But still, they should have gave us both our jerseys.
Yeah, and just to touch on that, they go through, I don't know, ask Frosty, but you probably go through 10 or 12 jerseys a year.
At least.
Different sets.
How nice is it when you come to
Fresh
rake
set.
in a fresh New Jersey?
Yeah.
You're like, here we go.
Smells good.
Oh, National League.
Put it on, stretch it out a bit. Right?
Yeah.
Spit on it.
But to answer, we get as drunk as you can on the plane.
Mm-hmm.
And then your next biggest concern, or mine was, maybe not you, was making sure you're there for your year-end meeting, right?
Yeah.
And I used to always be like, all right, this is my chance. I'm going to go in there and tell them exactly how I feel. Like I feel like I could maybe have a bigger role or whatever. And I got so fucking shit-faced the night before that I would just go in there and they'd be like, got anything to say? No. Shake their hand and just leave. Because I was always just hung titty.
Me too.
I remember the one year, after my second year in Vancouver, I went into AV's meeting without a lick of sleep. Like, I mean, no, I couldn't drive to the rink. I had to get a fucking Uber or cab back then. Or I think my buddy might have drove me. I'm like, wait here, this won't take long.
And you lived in Cole Harbor. It probably wasn't that far.
10 minutes. And I went. And he knew. He fucking knew. He's I get some sleep. I'm like, a little bit, you're in Bender.
Yeah.
Anything you got to say? I'm like, no, thanks for having me. Just make sure you guys qualify me next
Do I have
year.
another
Right?
year on this deal here?
Yeah.
No. Okay, shit. What do you need to hear?
Yeah. I just said to them when I leave, anything you want to say? I'm like, yeah, just make sure you guys qualify me, eh? And they laughed. AV, no, that was the meeting story. That was the meeting AV said to me. He said after my second year where they did qualify me, shockingly. And he's like, oh, you know what? If I played with you, buddy, I would love to be your teammate. But you're a fucking nightmare to coach sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
You're like, I think that's a
does
a compliment, right?
Like,
if I was easy to coach, would you like me?
I don't know. I was like, am I that hard to like? I mean, I take some bad penalties the odd time.
Yeah, that's
maybe missed the odd
I did
curfew,
that
but
too. Yeah.
good team guy, fucking fight guys, play hard. Like, how much of a nightmare? Like, I know you'd want to play with me, AV, because you want to get some,
It's funny. Like,
is that not a weird thing?
Do you think if you coached a team, you would be soon to forget like all the things that you did that might have been borderline bad?
It's a great question.
Would you be soon to forget it when you feel the heat on as a coach? Or
No. And listen, do you remember the catcher boys, AJ Przinsky for the White Sox?
Oh, yeah.
You remember the World Championship they won with Ozzie Smith? I just caught something on social media a couple weeks ago that they would go out 20 guys on a team. How many guys on a baseball team? 25-man roster or whatever?
Yeah.
Whole team would go out with Ozzie. He said one morning they came home and the guy that was supposed to DH that day was a Latin guy who was sleeping in the lobby. And Ozzy said, well, how do you say hello or como esta or whatever?
Yeah.
And
Spanish.
he's like, yeah, what's up? And Ozzy's like, hey, you're DH tonight. Be ready to go. And AJ Przinsky's point was, Ozzy didn't give a fuck what you did as long as you showed up. Now, if I was a coach and I said, hey, up dog, you're not playing the way you were 3 months ago. Now, I'm not going to blame your off-ice stuff, but what's going on? Like, we got to get you going. Kind of what Sylvain Lefebvre did to me in Denver. But as long as you're bringing it to me as a coach, I wouldn't give up. I want you to go out.
Yeah.
But if you're playing dips, then we got problems probably, right?
Yeah. No. Yeah, I guess it depends how often and how much of a issue it is. But I just think if I was a coach, like I'm not too far excluded from the game of hockey and being in a dressing room that I would have this issue with like 5 or 6 guys getting pinned. I would be like, I just want to know that it was done on the right days and that they're doing it properly.
Timing's everything,
and they're taking. They're realizing like, one fuck up can ruin your whole career type thing. Yeah, all the things that you need to learn.
Totally.
But,
and another another thing that makes good coaches good, is timing's everything. But when coaches allow guys like me and you, hey boys, this is a good night to go, then you're not going to run on a night that you're not supposed to run. Yeah. But if you're playing for a guy like Hartley or these fucking nerds and they never give you a night to go, Joe Sacco, fuck it, I'm going. I don't give a fuck.
Like, would you, I would like, if I was a coach, I think I would have super enjoyed the feeling like coming in after a win and just, being like, what would I do tonight if I were you fucking idiots? Like, because I'll tell you what I'm going to do.
You would say that.
That's what I would say. Win. And I would fucking, you would own the room and the guys would fucking go to war for you the next game. Right?
Yeah. You'd say, boys,
if I was
good win. God, do I wish I was you boys right now.
Just because I was in your shoes and I just let it eat on nights like this. I just hope you guys do too.
Yeah. And like, in all seriousness, like, we did go out a lot for playing the NHL, but like, how much did you go out? Like once, maybe twice a week where you could really go out. But for me, it was typically once a week. Now, unless I was on the road, right? If I was flying in to play New York or LA or Dallas, then maybe, I wasn't giving up a night.
No.
In one of those cities. But when I was home, even in Vancouver, I would go out hard one night. I maybe go out after a win, have a couple drinks, dinner. But there's only one night a week you'd really give her. You had the day off the next day.
Yeah.
That was it. One day a week.
That's a lot. Just a nice green light and a cold Labatt Blue. Huh?
How nice is a green light on the road, though? When they're like, no practice tomorrow, no plane.
It's epic.
Just go.
Good city.
Yeah.
New NP. New NP.
We'd always say, let's just, like, boys, let's win this game and then fuck the broads after. That was like, I'd always like to say that at room. Great question, though. So I would say, right after the game, but on the plane, you're getting as drunk as you possibly can.
Yeah.
You want to read the next one, bud?
This is from Mike Montgomery. Monty boy.
Monty fella.
You've had Candanico on quite a bit as a guest, and I've been wanting to tell you guys a story. I was probably 10 years old and a huge Penguins fan in a Penguins jersey. Behind the Devil's bench, Candanico broke his stick and handed over the glass to me. I didn't ask for it. And as a Devils hater, it made me root for him throughout his career. As I've grown older, it made me realize how much of a professional he was. Mikey.
Oh, feel good story.
Yeah.
Feel good question. It wasn't a question, more of a statement slash story.
This guy is, he's had an experience at a hockey rink where old Danico probably beat the shit out of one of his favorite players and then gave him his stick.
So going back to our series in Milwaukee about sticks, there was this fucking Yahoo behind the bench in Milwaukee for that whole game, for that whole series that just chirped me the whole game. Oh, Brian, you suck. Oh, Brian, you fat fuck. Oh, Brian, Tutu's going to kick your ass. I'm talking for all 4 games in Milwaukee.
Remember that?
Yeah, and all year, because you're going to love this. And all year. Like every time we came to Milwaukee, this guy was all over me. And it was a running joke between me, Brookbank, and Loophole and the boys, and like how, like we'd be on the bus and they'd be like, fuck Opes, whatever. So we beat you guys in game 7 and he would sit right behind the bench, right? So I'm coming off after celebrating and I got my stick. I'm like, hey man, here. No hard feelings, buddy. Take my stick. And his eyes lit up like that. And I went to give it to him. I went, fuck you.
I thought you said you're going to spear him or something.
So he went to take it. I go, fuck off. And he's like, and And the boys behind me were fucking dying. This guy was just crushed. He was just crushed. Fuck you. He's like, oh, thanks,
good.
man. I just fuck you.
This is after you beat us in 7 too.
Yeah, I
You
was waiting
pricks.
for it. Yeah. But that's, I went the different route.
He deserved his spear and then,
Oh, it was just, I got Brookie and Loops behind. I'm like, watch this, boys. And Uppy, if you could see he was fuck
probably
you.
sitting next to his wife or something and
I
just
don't think he was married. He was sitting beside an empty fucking popcorn thing and a fucking couple hot dog wrappers is what he was sitting beside. Oh, man. I love Candanico, though.
yeah, Dano's great.
I love that. Imagine playing against him.
Wow, what's there not to love about a guy like that?
Imagine going to the net against
Lifer
him.
for the Devils? No. I mean, hell no. I think to save these forearms for golf and these triceps.
We played against Danico, though, right? Early on, I think my first year in Tampa, he was on the Devils team that beat us out in the first round. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, no, I think his last run was in 2004.
And Danico here. Stand by here.
They beat the Ducks in 02. They beat the Ducks in 02, right?
02-03 was his last year, so I never played against him. He retired with the cup. That's right. We knew that. 1,283 games, 2,500 penalty minutes. Sober now too, right? Remember we had him on? We were talking.
Mm-hmm.
I never knew that, but yeah, Monty, good story. Got the stick from Ken Danico, Pittsburgh fan. I was at the old Igloo.
Scored a few in there.
I wonder if that guy from Milwaukee listens to our podcast, if he's going to remember that story.
It'd be nice if Princey could get the tape of that.
Oh, I don't even know if there was tape.
I mean, there was game 7. I'm sure there was highlighted
Fuck
somewhere.
off, I told him. Maxie, let's go with the call, fella.
Fellas, calling from work today, putting in the extra hours on the May long weekend. Just wanted to call and say you guys are awesome, doing a great job. Wanted to know about your home courses in Canada where you're playing. Obviously, we know Big Canyon out in Cali there, but from Winnipeg, Manitoba, my name's Barry. The only other question I had here was, what's the deal with the grip stick? Do you guys prefer the matte finish or the grip? It seems like you can't find a matte finish stick anywhere, even at the big stick stores in town here. That's about it, fellas. Just wanted to say you guys are awesome. I've been calling everybody fella for the last couple of years here because since I started listening to you guys a couple of years ago, I can't get it out of my head. So everybody's fellas. The whole hockey team is fellas. And you guys are killing it. Keep going and rest in peace, Broadway. Love you guys.
If you can't fucking enjoy a good Canadian named Barry, his accent, if you can't fucking enjoy that, I don't know what can make you chuckle more than that guy.
I don't know. That was great, but I guarantee Barry's the guy bringing the blue lights to the game.
Sure
right?
is.
He's just walking in, smoke hanging out of his mouth, just going.
You guys aren't leaving yet, are you,
boys? Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, you got to be home. That kid's got to get up in the morning. Fuck that. Have another blue light here. Let's have a smoke.
Come on, we don't go home to our wives here. Come on, fellas, let's. Jeez, Barry, what a guy.
Barry, hey, I when I went home earlier in the year, there was a men's league, there was a beer league tournament at my rink when I came out, and the boys were sitting in the parking lot, having a dart, smoking, drinking blue lights.
Yeah, the bottom, the
Put
back
the hatch down.
Yeah, the hatch down in the truck. Yeah.
What was this question? Oh, is the stick company in Winnipeg called Big Sticks? Is that what it's called? Big Sticks? What a name!
There's actually a place called the Big Stick Store.
In Winnipeg?
That's what he was saying.
Yeah,
you go to this, you can't find him anywhere except for the place with the big sticks.
We don't know what he's talking about, Barry. He's drunk in his basement.
Yeah,
we don't know. What
few.
is he talking about? The matte finish on the what?
So
on
I
the
think
golf
he's
club,
asking,
or
like,
is it a hockey stick?
I think he's asking, like, do you use the sticky grip or the old fucking KY jelly on there?
I used the ribbed.
KY jelly
My
on
stick
there.
had the ribbed on there.
I bet it did.
It did. A little extra girth. I got a big paw. So I had a big
We're
paw.
talking about hockey sticks there, not your cock.
No. I'm talking about my stick.
Oh, yeah.
I had the ribbed shaft. Yeah. You don't know what I'm talking about? Look, grab that fucking.
Hey, we're gonna go to the archives again. Let's
grab
see if
that Bauer stick.
Let's see if you fucked this one up.
5 from the right.
Binger, what was the one?
5 from the right, Binger.
Binger, what was the one time
One,
he
2,
said-
3, 4, 5. That one. Feel that. Go up and down in that shaft.
Ribbed for her. Hey, Bigger, ribbed for her pleasure, bro.
Hey, show Obi that. That's a ribbed shaft.
Ribbed for her pleasure. Hey, Bigger, remember he's like,
I can't
Bigger,
believe you never went
grab
with
that
the
stick. I got
I
my
can't believe you
initials
never
on
went
that.
with the ribbed.
I used
Look
the
at
same
that.
stick.
Feel that rib?
Is it ribbed?
Yes. Look, you can I can see it.
Gotta be honest, I didn't use condoms a whole lot. As soon as I felt As soon as I felt the opener, there she went. I guess she's kind of ribbed up. So
Yeah, no, it is ribbed. Yeah.
Got a
That's
small
fine,
little,
right?
Small little knob on her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pizza shovel.
When you got the rib, you don't need a huge knob.
So I would say you have the not sticky though, right? You
Well, what that does have it on is the sticky stick.
from your like this.
Yeah, baseball, turn the tape over, rub it up and down. Sandpaper.
Nice twig.
It's a good twig.
I didn't know you had a rib stick, but
So I like the ribbed shaft.
yeah.
And I think his first question though was golf clubs.
I like the magnums. I like when they fall off. Eh? I like when they fall off. What kind of condoms do you use? Magnums. I like when they fall off. Golf course. I grew up playing Port Hope Golf and Country Club, and then my go-to course was Dalewood Golf and Curling Club.
I played Miskinaw, and that was where I got
Sounds like there's a lot of mosquitoes there.
Yeah, there is. It's on the Snai River. And
Miskinaw, bring the fucking bug spray.
Miskinaw Golf Club. It's part of a MacDonald Island recreation center. It's where I used to learn how to skate and all that shit.
Fort McMurray, right?
Yeah. And I got my first job. I was a back shop boy.
Yeah, I did that.
Drove the fucking driving range.
Yeah, that's a great job for kids.
Bring all the beers to the halfway house for the girls.
Yeah.
That's where
Great
all
gigs.
the hot high school girls used to work, right? So it was a great gig. I was like 12,
there was a reason.
13.
I knew there was a reason.
Yeah, 12, 13.
I thought you were just trying to maybe,
And
make
you know me, I
bucket
got a little OCD. I like to keep things tight. So I was good at washing carts and keeping all the balls fucking in order. And then
I don't know what he's talking
and
about.
then the
anymore.
Fort Mac Golf Club was another place.
Did that place burn down in the fires, or is it back?
Fucking crispy. Yeah. Yeah. She went down, but
Is there any trees left, or she's just a links course now?
Unfortunately, it's you know, you're gonna find your ball when you go in the bush.
I like courses.
Well, actually, no. I'll tell you why you won't, because when everything burns, it comes back like thicker. It's like when you shave your bush, it comes back way thicker. It's like when Binger shaves his chest, it comes back just full force.
Yeah.
So now when you hit it in there, it's a little bushy.
Yeah.
It's bushy.
70s bush porn kind of thing.
It's full. Yeah. It's get
Just
the weed
hack it
whacker
out.
out.
It's a tough track, though. Or what?
Great track.
Let's say we went
Fort
up there
Mac Golf Club,
and you were ready
10
to
out
rock.
of 10. You would love it.
What would you shoot?
It's tight. I would probably shoot 76.
So it's like Big Canyon tight.
It's great. Yeah. Yeah. It bounce both sides on every hole.
Shit.
They added 9 more in, so there's 27. It's where Brento plays, keeps his golf cart there.
He's got his own golf cart?
Yeah, my dad gave him one.
That's nice.
My dad's had one with a little shed down on the golf course for 15 years.
We got to send him a Missin Curfew sticker to put on
He
that
does
golf.
need it. Did I tell you that?
I got stickers.
Nice.
If you guys
Let's
need
get him some
stickers, I got
stickers.
stickers. I got a sticker guy.
You want one for your car, Binger?
Hey, Barry, I got a sticker guy. You need stickers or what?
I was told for the new car I can't put any stickers on it.
Yeah, you don't want
Wow.
I had too many on the last one.
Your last one was more sticker than car.
Yeah.
Did that come from your parents or?
That was from my parents, from my boss Al, from pretty much everyone.
Not from your surfing buddies, though, eh? They're like, get some stickers
No, they
on
were
there.
stoked. They wanted stickers.
Everyone's just trying to take the soul out of you, Barry.
Would you
They're trying to pull the soul right out of you, taking your stickers away, making you work.
Would you just throw fucking any sticker on there? Like, was there a fine line that the sticker had to be
No,
over?
I'd get a sticker and just put it on there. About it.
As long as it had sticky stick on.
As long as it stayed.
Yeah,
what
you
was
can't do that.
What was
to
the
your
first
car.
sticker you ever put on there?
It was a Bing surfboard sticker that I got.
Wow. Okay.
I would have put that on if I was him.
Yeah.
You know,
You got a cool sticker on your car about you having a baby on board. It's like baby from Hangover.
it is.
That's a cool sticker.
Baby on board.
Carlos.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought you looked like a Carlos
I
too.
mean, it's not on my car. It's on Christina's, but
well, I mean,
It's on the car.
Upshall family car.
it's one of the family cars.
You got about 19 cars there, motorcycles,
Yeah.
fucking
Pirate
airbag
scooters.
chamber, a cold tub, sauna, hibachi grill. What's your fucking what's your electric bill? What's your electric bill?
fucking $1,200 a month. It's not
Chris Wall's family Christmas over here. The fucking place is gonna go on.
bed coolers,
Hey, Beckham, grab
12
that.
TVs, fucking 5 fridges,
Grab that fucking what's it
a
called?
deep freeze,
What's the thing you used to plug in? Help me out here.
the magic wand.
No.
The extension cord.
Yeah, extension
power
cord.
strips,
Beckham,
yeah.
grab that extension cord. Plug it in over here. We got to get this hibachi grill fired up.
The day Uppy
Fucking
was
Santa
in here,
Claus on the roof. There's a lot of
Uppy in
electricity.
here on with G&E, like complaining about his bill. Why is my bill?
Yeah,
This can't be possible.
Southern Edison.
A couple
Go
hours.
Fuck yourselves.
Up, he's yelling on the phone with the Edison company.
I just had the solar guys.
Highbury
I had the
Chambers
solar guys looking
It's
over.
got to fucking pump out some fucking
Oh, yeah.
beats per minute. What is that? When
I
you
was
fire
in
it
there
up?
at 5:30 in the morning this morning.
How many times you rubbed one out in there?
A bunch. It's that pure oxygen.
Here, boys, have a fucking taste of that. Oh, you're a fucking beauty. What was the question again? Oh, the golf courses.
Yeah.
It's your home course and
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
we got a
Port
sticker guy. Oh, yeah, Dalewood Golf and Curling Club.
Yeah, so
Shout out to-
we'll get Brento a sticker.
Sean LaFontaine, Chris Markle, we call him Sparky, used to be my neighbor. He's been in the club championship like 13 times. You see this guy, just big boiler on him, smoking. I actually quit smoking.
Nice.
Kyle Campbell, all the boys, man. They had a good Thursday game there.
They do, eh?
My
Hey,
weekend-
it's funny. Why are the Thursday games in Canada?
I don't know, but I tell
Men's
you,
nights are Thursdays.
I missed a lot of Friday workouts, man.
Yeah.
I would get fucking banged up Thursday night, go to Kelly's,
so
and I'd be
funny.
like, I'm not coming to work out.
It's Fridays in the U.S.
Well, that makes more sense.
Fucking Canada, you go for Thursday night fucking twilight rounds of men's night.
Yeah.
Thursdays.
Hey, when you lived in Fort Mac, how far would you have to drive to work out? Like for me, when I was in Ontario, I have to drive like an hour to work out.
I got to be honest, I never ever worked out in Fort Mac. I was never living there. I'd always go to Edmonton every summer.
Oh, so yeah, that's why.
But no, it would be a little trek in 20 minutes, 25.
20 minutes.
You?
An hour, 45 to an hour.
Oh God, no wonder you missed a bunch.
But then I put a gym in my garage.
That's just an
when I
excuse
made
to
the
stay right in the
Yeah,
wrapper.
but that's when I made the show. I said, Pitter, let's get this shit out of here. Paint the walls, put some rubber down, get a fucking bike and a fat suit in here. And I needed
Really?
something there. So on Fridays, I would just probably go in there and sweat it out.
Nice.
Yeah. Open the door,
Love it.
tunes playing,
Love it.
mosquitoes flying in.
There's a lot of mosquitoes up there.
Buddy, I had the nicest deck right on the number one. Be sitting there, all the boys like this. Hey, that sun would go fucking down, and it would just be like, like
People
couldn't
down
do-
here have no idea.
no idea.
Unless you're like a fisherman and you like to go like up to lakes, and
Yeah,
you have no idea about mosquitoes living in Southern Canada, which is why we live here. I'll pay the taxes just so I don't have to whack one of those guys off my nose.
I used to live here because of the weather, but that's gone too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to read one here without fucking it up here, just because the title, "Updog is my Clooney." Not that sounds gay in any fucking way. Are you allowed to say gay still? Can you say that? Brennan Fritzy. Subject, Heat Daddy. Hey, boys. Just to follow up from the Heat Daddy episode, just a comment about Heater. Quite a few years ago, I was on a golf trip to Kelowna with the boys, and we hit up the El Dorado for Sunday brunch. I'm assuming that's a strip club ups?
El Dorado?
El Dorado?
Where
For a
at?
Sunday brunch in Kelowna.
Ooh, it's fucking beautiful spot on the lake, hotel,
Oh, okay.
marina.
Man, get your head out of the gutter, O'Brien. What a fucking spread, by the way. Best brunch ever.
Yep.
And who do we see? Fucking Heater wearing a Grandview Steelers bucket there with some of the fellas and some absolute rockets. So naturally, I have to go over and buy them a round of drinks. Then we finished brekkie, asked for the tab, and the absolute dime of a waitress said our tab was covered, and Heater paid for it. What a fucking beauty. Just wanted to pass the story on of what a beauty is here. Thanks, boys. Keep doing your thing. Love the pod. Bernie Fritz, a.k.a. Brento, Big Chucks, Chilliwack, BC. Brendo. I butchered that.
So the last time I was in Kelowna, I had lunch at El Dorado with Heater.
You did?
It's funny that he mentioned that. On the patio, him and his girl, they had their little kid, and I sat and drank, 10 beers with him in 30 minutes.
That's his pace.
Standard.
That's his pace.
It was great.
Well, what Updog is my Clooney. That was just his title.
That
of
was
it?
the comment before. Or
Yeah. I fucked
from
it up.
Scoopsy and Hev. Well, I'll read it. Oh, no, it's so long. We don't have time.
What do you mean? My biggest accomplishment is that's a different one.
No, it's the
that's all
whole
one.
thing.
It's that email, the whole one before. I just forgot to put a space between the end of it and the start of the next one.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Subject is the fellows deserve a fucking
statue. Read it, Ups. Read it.
Okay, I'll get right to the point before the pod is over because this is long. Just kidding. Much respect to the Updog's wheels and the way Obi keeps it real. Ob's great interview on Cam and Strick. That's what Common Man needs to hear.
Common or common?
The common.
Common. Common man.
You're not common if you're
I'm
common.
a common man.
I can relate to those temptations. I was a D3 backup in Boston, and my demons and alleged fame caused me to bring the heat every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and some Mondays. I can't even imagine what it's like being in the show.
No, I know he's a third stringer.
I felt like I was above everyone because I was a 25-year-old athlete. P.S. I did not start one D3 college game. I was a glue guy. So he's that bad. But the reason for this email is I miss Jimmy Scoops. Growing up in a town over from Dortch, Scoopsy and his brother and their dad are royalty. These guys are studs, and even though Jimmy scored 7 goals on me every game as a youth, when I saw this guy in public or at some Martha's Vineyard Beach Club blacked out, the guy was always gold, treated me like I played 1,000 games in the show, so rest in peace, Jimbo, and keep it up, Kev. You guys are such an inspiration to us local guys, not just because of your unbelievable accomplishments, but you guys always kept it real. P.S. Scoopsy and Kev, my biggest accomplishment as an athlete was at the Quincy Youth President's Cup back in who gives a fuck. I have the puck hung up in my man cave china cabinet because Jimmy said I look like Marty B out there. P.S. Updog is my Clooney.
Okay. So I fucked it up. What a beauty, man.
Beauty. That was a well-written little note there.
What's a china cabinet?
That's like a arm wire, right?
I mean, that's like caught between your skates, right?
China cabinet?
China cabinet, arm wire.
No, a china cabinet's where you put your china.
Yeah, like
right. But he's describing like the puck was caught between my china cabinet.
Oh, it was that.
I have the puck hung up in my man cave china cabinet because Jimmy said I look like Marty B out there. So that's his little cabinet downstairs.
That's where he keeps his trophies from, like his play to win trophy that he got when he was 12.
Well, listen, I mean, sounds like a beauty, but Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Mondays, that's a good stretch of getting after it.
Yeah,
I guess if you're the third stringer,
if you're playing every day like that, you think you'd get better.
I was a D3 backup. What's Division 3? That's like
I don't know.
That's like one below Division 1, right? I don't think
it's the bottom of the bottom of college sports. There's no scholarships.
Is there a Division 2 though? I don't think.
Yeah, there is.
Oh, there is. Okay.
I don't know about hockey, but
there is in other sports.
It's called rec hockey, right? Or
I mean, that's called club hockey, isn't it? D3.
Like, yeah, it's basically club.
All right.
There's no babes coming to watch you play club.
No, apparently not, because this guy had to go out and chase him on Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
I played club baseball at TCU, and there were a couple honeys that showed up to our club games.
Well, look at your man bun. Of course they were. Look at that shit.
And that's baseball. They can go. They don't even look at the game. They just go and they got to go to a hockey rink. It's cold. It's like, what the fuck are these guys doing out there? Baseball, at least you get a tan. You're kind of hanging out. I mean, I'm just
baseball's so much better to play for that reason you just said, right? In the summer times, even me growing up, like play on the afternoon, and when we were playing,
I'll go swing some right now if you want.
I know. We all got the footage of that.
I'll strike you out again if you want.
No, but we played double hitters on Saturday.
Right back at you.
And Port Hope's finest, Port Hope and Coburg, they come out to the game. But they're not going to go to the a hockey games are harder to sell. Like it's cold, it's shitty.
Yeah. But there's the odd time though. You show up to like a little men's league skate and there's 2 babes there, and you're looking around. You're like, which one of you beauties has these girls here? Like you guys are sick fucks.
Do you remember the one guy we'd skate with in the summer at Anaheim Ice that would bring his girlfriend to every skate?
Sure do. I was hoping you'd lead into that.
I'm like, whose girl's that? Are you nuts bringing her in here? What the hell are you thinking here, man? Upshall skating around like.
You see my ribbed grip tape?
Up you go again. I say, fuck, sorry, boys. We finally told him, like, hey, leave her at home, didn't we? Or did he keep bringing her?
He kept bringing her.
He did?
Yeah. He probably listens to the pod. Local guy. Runs a hockey academy.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I
has kids with her, and she's cute.
Oh, he got married with her?
Yeah.
Well, I guess so.
They were married.
When you're bringing her to the morning skate, she loves
Maybe
her.
They're divorced now. I don't know, actually. It's been 5 years since I played hockey.
Yeah. Maybe I was just jealous. Like you got to
retire.
You got to love a guy to go to the morning skate in the summer in August. To Anaheim Ice to watch him skate around with a bunch of pro guys. Like that, she must love. Like, of course, she got married. They love each other.
Was it Anaheim Ice?
It was Anaheim Ice.
You never ever skated at the new one.
Never.
You would like that.
Yeah.
You liked it.
Anyways, I hope it's still working out. I hope you guys. I hope you're not divorced like the Upduck said. Max, do we got one more call?
Yeah, we got some.
Let's do one more, then we're done.
What are you at?
These are my
Calling
favorites.
back from Newfoundland. I just want to say I just got over my hangover from my Arizona trip in the waste management. Has to be some of the drunkest people I've ever seen in my life. What a bunch of creatures. And Obi, the women, whoa. That was a good time. Anyway, when you come down to Newfoundland, let me know and Updog and we'll tee it up. I'll bring the Labatt Blue Star Newfoundland beer and the Screech. Get nipped on that.
Nipped.
Anyway, my question is, who's the best golfers that played in the show? And tell us a funny golf story from one of your guys' trips. Take care, boys. Have a good one. I'm out.
Good Newfie.
So we're going to be there in August. August 2nd, we're going up for a lobster brawl at Scott and Mandy's place.
We are.
Staying the night and then off to Ireland the next morning. How pinned do we need to get that night?
I'm going to get real pinned.
Yeah, because we should go down to George Street and enjoy it.
I'm going to George Street.
Yeah,
100%.
100%. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I'm
I'll be the try to do the drunkest guy in Newfoundland, which is going to be hard.
because you could just sleep on the bird on the
I'm
way
going to sleep
over,
the whole way, 7 hours.
right to Dubby. I don't think it's 7 hours. By
No,
the
it's
way.
like 5 probably, right?
It's because we get a
I might-
tailwind. You get a tailwind.
I might tell
going
the pilot
east
to put her in third.
west, east.
No, don't drop her into fourth. Just take your time over the Atlantic there. Best golfer I play with, Updog, you're a great golfer, but I think Pavelski, Mikey Medano, Halsey. I mean, there's tons of good golfers, right?
I think Wisniewski
Wiz is a stick.
stick and
Killhorn.
Ray Whitney.
Killhorn's a
Killhorn's
fucking
good.
stick. Killer's a stick.
Yep.
Bombs it.
Yeah.
Like he was hitting it so far when we played with him. Hayden Fleury, that kid's a stick too. We played at Big Canyon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all good golfers. Getsy's great.
Yes, he's good. Who's the worst golfer you ever play with?
The usually the Euros.
No, but who's the worst golfer that wanted to be a golfer?
Loople.
I'm going to say Andrew O'Brien, aka Meat. This guy, I would take him out to Torrey Pines and he would just, his anger, he would just snap and fucking break his clubs and throw his driver. And I'm like, dude, calm down. But he
Bertuzzo's
wanted to be
pretty
so
bad.
good.
Bertuzzo's pretty bad too.
He looks like he'd have a weird swing, kind of like long, right?
Just he's a little rushed out there. He's not quite got the fundamentals down. I mean, he always looks good and he's having fun no matter what. He's not a guy that wears like his bad golf on his sleeve, you know?
That's if you're not going to be good, you got to be that guy. Fun to drive in the cart with.
Yeah.
Play tunes, get drunk.
Yeah. You can't be a 15 handicap and then hit it and say like, oh, I got that off the heel. Oh, and it's in like the fairway. You're like, you're never supposed to, if you're 15, you're never supposed to hit it on the front, the perfect spot on the club.
No.
That's why you're 15.
And don't look for your ball the whole day.
Stop.
It's gone.
Don't read your
Drop
putts.
another one, you're out.
Don't read a putt.
Sick. You know,
Miss
don't,
putt.
if you're a bad golfer, don't make it like, don't try to, I'm going to finish out. No. You made an 8. Just pick it up. Pick it up.
Just keep this
Get pace to play.
speed of play.
Yeah.
That's what's wrong with this game. It's all you fucking idiots looking for your balls. Well, that was
Lupo, we're
fun.
talking to you out there.
That was fun.
That was fun. I love the curfew calls. Updog to the highlight of, I wish we could just do these all the time.
Are we just going to throw these mixed bag of in a blender and just see what
Well, no, we got-
what ones come out at when?
We
or-
could do that, or we got them in order if we want to do that way. Whatever you want, we could do it. We could do it whichever way you want.
Maybe we should have like after these are all unleashed, like an online vote on which ones they love the most.
I'm gonna definitely want some reactions from the listeners to see what they thought. There's a couple. I forget about the early ones, but there's a couple of the early ones where we had full on laugh attacks.
Yeah.
So.
Awesome.
Updog. Thanks, Binger, Maxi, Hall Pass Media.
That
Curfew
was
calls.
curfew, fella.